It's the story that just doesn't stop, and it is taking down powerful, rich, and famous people from the grave. I'm talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Today, disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein's former associate and maybe girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, said she would not answer questions unless she gets clemency. She appeared virtually for a closed-door deposition with the House Oversight Committee. The deposition lasted less than an hour. During the deposition, Maxwell invoked her Fifth Amendment right. Fifth Amendment reads in part, quote, "No person shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself." Now, Maxwell is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence in a Texas prison. She was convicted of 5 related counts related to sexual exploitation and abuse of minor girls in a scheme involving, you-know-who, Jeffrey Epstein. Republican Ohio Congressman, Chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, and member of the House Oversight Committee, Jim Jordan, joins me. Nice to see you, sir. And I guess,
good to be with you,
I would have advised her to take the Fifth, and unless she gets clemency. I mean, that seemed like good legal advice. Maybe not what you guys wanted to hear.
Well, yeah, we expect this. I did not go. Chairman Comer ran this deposition. We got plenty of deposition to do in the Judiciary Committee. But yeah, I mean, this is what we expected. This is, I think, probably what her counsel, as you said, instructed her to do, and that's exactly what she did. And look, I leave it up to the Justice Department when it comes to this broader issue to get the information to the Congress as the law requires, and to do it in a way that's consistent with what the court ordered, protecting innocent people. Because based on some of the things we've seen, it looks like there's some information that's gotten out that hurts people who didn't do anything wrong. So, but I trust the Justice Department to handle this in the appropriate way, and I think they're doing that.
Well, I think it would be the more interesting. Obviously, everyone wants to hear the Clintons, and they'll be testifying later in the month. But there's a deposition coming up that is extremely important. I think the Les Wexner deposition, which is the guy that made a ton of money on Victoria's Secret, The Limited, and everything else. And Jeffrey Epstein was his financial advisor and made a ton of money. And everyone thinks, and Wexler has said that he got swindled by Epstein, but that's that money that enabled him to buy planes, islands, and everything else. So, I mean, I think he'll be an interesting deposition.
Yeah, we'll see what comes with that one as well, and how Mr. Wexner and his attorneys advise him to handle the questions that he's going to get.
All right, Pam Bondi, the Attorney General of the United States, will be testifying on Wednesday. Is that before Judiciary Oversight?
No, that'll be in our committee. So we got her, this coming Wednesday. I think the big contrast is, here you got a Justice Department that actually focused on getting the bad guys. Just think here in the capital city, murders are down, robberies are down, carjackings are down, all because of the Justice Department and President Trump's Justice Department focused on the things I think the American people expect the FBI and the Department of Justice to focus on, versus what happened in the previous administration, where it was spying on parents at school board meetings, where it was investigating pro-life Catholics. They even surveilled a priest in the Richmond field office, even surveilled a priest there, a Catholic priest. I mean, that's the kind of garbage and politics that were going on. Now you have someone who's focused on getting the bad guys.
Well, what I'm very appreciative of is that she and the FBI and the prosecutors, Justice Department, they went and got one of the guys responsible for Benghazi, and people have forgotten about that.
Yes.
But they killed 4 Americans, and so I like it when when we go out and we don't leave someone on the battlefield, so to speak. We go out and get them, the ones that should be brought back here. I mean, nobody else went out and got this guy.
Yeah, and they've done that several times. I think it's like 5 or 6. Just in President Trump's first term that this Justice Department has gotten. And you're right, this individual who was responsible for the murder of Ambassador Stevenson, Ty Woods, Glenn Doherty, I mean, these guys were courageous people who gave their life for our country. And then to go get the guy who was responsible for this, another feather in the cap, I think, of this administration and this Justice Department. So, yeah, that'll be some of the things we talk about, as well as this whole issue, Greta, where in these sanctuary jurisdictions, ICE will send a detainer notice saying, we know you got a guy in there who's an illegal migrant and also has done some crime. If you're going to let him out, give us a heads up. And in places all over this country, accounting for almost a third of the population in these sanctuary jurisdictions, they won't work with federal law enforcement, and they will release bad guys to the street. We know in the state of New York in last year, 1 year's time, President Trump's first year, 7,000, where there was actually a detainer notice filed. They failed to honor that and released a bad guy into the street. What we're trying to find out is how many of those bad guys went out and did some crime. because they wouldn't, because they're a sanctuary jurisdiction, work with federal law enforcement. We think that's an important area, particularly when we see what this environment that's been created in Minneapolis where these tragedies happen. We think that's an important area that'll come up in the hearing as well.
All right, Wednesday before House Judiciary Committee with the chairman, Jim Jordan. Thank you, sir.
You bet, Greta. Thank you.
People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.